But that specific moderator was super concerned about his mental health, and his medical issues. Then why would he continue to keep posting? It's a little bizarre here, right?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because 5 stats, snarkers are absolutely pathetic. But or better yet, hold on, better yet, to describe what a snarker is for those that don't understand, but I'm sure everyone does. A snarker or snarkers, a member of a snark subreddit on Reddit, a community dedicated to gossiping about and criticizing public figures, are perfect examples that we use all the time and actually are the stars of the show, our protagonists. Leftovers H3, the H3 Snark, and the H3 Snark mods. Ah, lovely. But anyway, you see, these people, G-boys. And if you're a G-boy, the 5 stats absolutely apply to you. And if they apply to you, well, then you're probably... It's either multiple of them, all of them, or at least one of them. And for snarkers, you better be for sure. Pathological liar, absolutely. Victim complex, clearly. Cry bullies, clearly. Always play plausible deniability, the motion to quash. Never take accountability. Snarkers. Like Weasley little liars, dude. Weaslly little liars. Yeah, it's like no one's surprised. No one. You already know what it is, baby. You've seen Talent Thumbnail. It's a never-ending journey, truly, in the EHDIA Plus cinematic universe, but in specific, the H3 Snark mods, the Plus, because they are, of course, looking more cooked as ever, but you already know first. The backstory. You already know, last time we checked out these fools yesterday, we was watching Lust, as of course, you know, LOUS. Shout out Share the Love. We gonna share the love when we get in a video, you already know. But last time we checked out Lust, we were going over how their lawyer, Leah Rose Volek, you know what I'm saying, on behalf of the H3, you know what I'm saying, Snark mods, it may have been a mistake to hire her because, well, let's just keep it stamped in. I ain't gonna lie. Their motion to quash, yeah, not helping them at all. And the way that she wrote it out for them, it being, as long as it is, 742 pages plus the other 548, 148, or 158. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, about 1500s plus, you know what I'm saying, the USB with the redacted information. Then, you know what I'm saying, goes into what we're next and further talking about with that, you know what I'm saying, in regards to them also having this motion to quash and having to do the in-camera review, which is, you know what I'm saying, personally going over it with the judge, who is not probably going to be pleased, as we were seeing and talking about that. Yeah, they got to go through about 10,000 plus hours of like content if they have to go through all the clips and, like, you know, podcasts and all the jobs they linked, but also read all the pages. It's not looking too hot at all. But to that, within this video, one of the, you know, other Johns that Les was talking about was how the judge has requested not only personal info but medical info from the H3 Snark mods within them doing this in-camera review. So within that, yeah, they're even more cooked than they thought, because with that they also have to probably, you know, show that redacted information, if that is the redacted information on the USB, to the judge. And if they do that, it goes public. Yeah, everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? Les was saying how, like, on different, like, websites to check out how cases are going in the progress of cases. Yeah, that John would definitely be publicly available. And if we know one thing, that's not what they want. So yeah, it's looking really cooked on their part. But we ain't wasting no more time. We gotta truly see how cooked they are, even though they've been cooking up this whole time, like we've been saying. Anyway, though, Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time. Let's see how cooked the H3 Snark mods are this time. Of course, like we said in the intro, shout out Share the Love with Lus, L-U-S. You already know, baby. We got Ethan Klein versus H3 Snark. Mod personal, medical, and health info at risk. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG video by Lus. Non-description at first link. Share the Love, of course, every time. You already know we get down. Lus, the lawyer in the case, baby. Not the actual lawyer, because we know about her. But definitely the one covering it. So let's get into it.
Hey guys, I wanted to give you a comprehensive version of what this actually means. Before the court is the motion by movants, though defendants, movants, to quash subpoenas issued by TED Entertainment Inc. to Reddit Inc. and Discord Inc. in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. This is the Denon's case. Upon review of movants' declarations in support of their motions to quash, the court hereby orders movants to provide the court the portions excluded from the declarations. For example,
We're assuming that's the unredacted, I mean, not the unredacted, the redacted information that's not part of the original motion to quash.
the excluded portions referenced in docket number 8, page 2, for
Mm-mm-mm.
in-camera review no later than October 28th, 2025. Movements must send documents
So in about 9 days, yeah.
electronically to blank. Now, this is really, really important here. In-camera review is essentially the judge looking at the excluded portions and trying to figure out, does this make sense? Is there something that I'm missing here which would explain why this thing is 740 pages?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did some searching on the 740 pages. I looked for the word excluded. So you can see this is the lawyer, Leah Volek, 548 pages. The mention of the word excluded is mentioned twice, but it's actually mentioned by Ethan Klein. And Ethan Klein is mentioning it in terms of he doesn't want to, he's not copywriting music or something else or like other information that's already been copyrighted. That's going to be excluded from this claim.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with this motion.
Yeah, it made perfect sense. Like, yeah, like legitimately any copyrighted, like, you know what I'm saying, materials that is obviously not to Ethan's, like, copyrighted declaration. Like, obviously, he's not the owner of that copyright. What would be the point of even, like, you know what I'm saying, going after that? Now, we focused on content nukasan pika because that is what, in the original lawsuit, you know what I'm saying, the original malicious copyright infringement lawsuit, Dennis Case Strada Frogan, that is what material they are being sued over. So, to that, you know, subpoenas for the H3 Snark mods, motion to quash that too.
Here, you have the motion to quash. I'm just going to read it to you. Those submit these declarations publicly in support of their motion to quash. Some details, including personal and medical details. I have no idea why medical details would be relevant.
Yeah, Les was saying that, John, in the last video. I don't understand why that would be relevant either. Because, like, yo, bro, I don't want to, like, I don't care to know what blood type these fools got. I ain't gonna lie. All I know is that Snark is built in their blood. All I know is that snarking is in their blood. So it doesn't matter. I don't need to know all that, John. What I do need to know is, just 1 second for me real quick. Why did I take this off? Because I actually needed that, funny enough. But no, now I didn't make the process longer. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. We're there. What I need them to do is tell me once more, after seeing something like this on the behalf of the H3 Snark mods, you know what I'm saying? How did they not commit contributory malicious copyright infringement? Facts. That's about it. That's all I need them to do. And yeah, anything from this is not going to do that for me. So,
and details which could be used to identify those have been excluded from these declarations and are not being filed publicly for those privacy and safety, the quote excluded portions. Those would only feel comfortable submitting the excluded portions to the court in camera for confidential review. In CNR McClatchy Newspaper Inc., the need to protect individual rights may, in some circumstances, rise to the level of a substantial governmental interest and defeat First Amendment right of access. Here's another cited case. In the Ninth Circuit, records that might be used to gratify private spite or promote public scandal demonstrate compelling reasons to keep certain judicial records secret. Here's another case, Abbey versus Hawaii. This one is, I think, in Hawaii, right? On reconsideration in part. The need to protect medical privacy qualifies as a compelling reason that overcomes. Now, if you didn't know what this lawsuit...
The need to protect medical privacy qualifies as a compelling reason that overcomes. But, like, again, they're saying people would try to dox them or whatever, try to, like, you know what I'm saying, harass them, brigade them. What are they gonna, like people off basis? Like, yo, I know there's weird bulls out there, and this is something I addressed in another video, like, even though, again, I still doubt that heads are honestly paying attention to these fucking losers. Again, they're fucking snarkers, bro. Literal, pathetic, wretchful, subhuman homunculoids. That's how we know it. That's how we, most definitely know. G-boys. Anyway, sidebar to that, like, yo, nobody cares about their medical records and all that. If anything, the only things like heads would even care about is their names. Like, who are you bulls? Like, yo, who are the fucking losers out here snarking? Like, you know what I mean, it still doesn't make any sense to me.
Was about. You would think it's probably like a defamation lawsuit or something about maybe privacy, somebody's information got leaked. But in reality, it's contributory copyright infringement, right? What is the Denon's case about? Why does Ethan Klein want to know the names of these H3 Snark moderators because he believes he has a case for contributory copyright infringement.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to sue somebody, you need to have their names and address because you need to serve them. You can't sue a Jane Doe. Okay, let's continue reading. The need to protect medical privacy qualifies as a compelling reason that overcomes the presumption of public access to judicial records. SL by and Shrew JL versus Cross. What I want to emphasize here is just the sheer amount of cases they're trying to justify here, and the fact that not all these cases are even in California. But let's move on. Which it's not a big deal, right? Washington, 2023, compelling reasons exist to file sensitive personal health information under seal. Again, we have this health concern. Like, what the hell are we talking about here? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, the reason that you're getting sued is for contributory malicious copyright infringement. No one is worried about, like, your fucking personal health records and shit. Like, what are these heads talking about? Like, yo, this on some level has to be, like, some fucking main charactericism, some narcissism shit. Like, yo, these motherfuckers truly think they're that important. All heads want to know, like, especially if you're going on a heads, like, maliciously, all heads would want to know is, like, who you are, your name. Bro, heads ain't about to call up your fucking doctor. What the fuck? Bro, oh my god.
How is now? I will get into why they're saying this, and it's such a roundabout way that only an H3 Snark mod would come to this conclusion in 740 pages. Because the actual, so out of the 740 pages, the actual reference to medical is on like the very last page when they're talking about their, they're talking about health insurance.
I'm like, bro, on page 740 around there, 742. Oh my god.
Because this is stressing them out. I'm not,
oh yeah, like it was gonna psychologically ruin them, financially ruin them. I'm just sitting there like, good. Who forced your asses to become snarkers? Nobody. You did that to yourself, which means you brought this upon yourself. What are we talking about?
I mean, I'm not even talking about mental health here. I'm talking about this as like they're not being able to sleep at night and so on. This is the medical health concerns we are tackling here. C. Irwin versus Warren. This one is in California. Protecting identities of jurors and their families is a compelling state interest reflected in California law. Again, why? I mean, how is their jurors like are what is going on here? Like, how are these cases? So, how are these cases relevant to H3 mod? They're moderators.
They're not.
Like you're of a Reddit, they're of a subreddit, harassing even. Like, why would any of this stuff make sense? So medical, and then we have jurors. They are not jurors, right? So why would you cite this case? Here, those are not at this time seeking to file the excluded portions of their declarations, as the court may not find it necessary to consider the excluded portion in order to resolve those motions and quash. This is like crazy. Like, if this is not relevant, why would you put it here? Like, why would you? Oh, it could be relevant. No.
I just like the factor is still like, especially with the USB and stuff like that. Like, why? If there's information you still have to share that is not supposed to be like redacted or whatever, why again? Like, Les is asking, would you not just put it in this shit? And this shit is already 742 pages. It's like, yo, there cannot be more. You don't have that more to say. You dumb fucks were snarkers. Like, bro, oh my god, it's so stupid.
No, you just don't mention it. Like, however, if the court, upon review of the current record, determines it would assist its decision to review the excluded portion of Doe's declaration, Doe's respectfully request permission to submit the excluded portions of their declaration containing potentially identifying sensitive personal, medical. We have medical and we have health for the court's confidential in-camera review. So as we mentioned, the court in camera could decide, hey, you know what, this stuff is not confidential and it's not sensitive, and we're just going to...
And they just publish it. Yeah, they just make this shit public. And if that happens, it's like, yo, these dumbasses, that's exactly why Les was saying, like, on the last vid, like, their lawyer may have made a mistake. Or may have, definitely, if this shit happens, like, it would be 100% confirmed. Because the way she wrote it on behalf of these fools, like, yo, you done got the lawyer pissed. Now we coming up in the John. We got to do this in-camera review so we can sift through this 95% filler. Like, this is a filler arc, for real, for real. We got to sift through the filler, see what John is actually substantial here. And then to that, if, yo, that substantial information comes out and it's sensitive information, or at least sensitive for those balls, but not for us, because, again, these motherfuckers, like, dumb shit. But, like, yo, if that sensitive information gets published because the judge says, oh yeah, this John is not for confidential, and already on the factor of like, yo, Angie mad because you dumb fucks decided to write the worst most of the quash I've ever seen in my life. it kind of defeated the whole purpose of what you idiots were trying to do, which was, not have your personal identifying information, but literally just personal information get out. Truly, truly the intellect of a snarker right on display for us. Or snarkers right on display for us.
Publish it all, because you guys called me out, I called you out, and that's how it goes. At the end of the day, this is a very bizarre case for many reasons. A, the length of the case. B, the lawyer of the case. C, even the fact that we're talking about Reddit and so on, and Discord and getting usernames is kind of weird, right? It's not something that you see every day. Now, but we always forget the point. This is a copyright case, right? Whether or not Ethan Klein has a case against these people in terms of getting their real names is wholly dependent on whether or not Denons can be sued for copyright, and there's potentially a good case there. And whether or not they were guilty of contributory copyright. They're not being sued for harassment. They're not being sued for defamation. Like, this is, they're not, oh, you defamed me, I need to know your name. No, that would be a different lawsuit. They're being sued for.
That's what I'm saying. It's like on that factor, because obviously defamed, then it would be like, yeah, you defamed me. Well, defamed who? And then that's how that process goes through. This is more or less, all right, yo, like I just said, Dennis Casey trying to Frogan, you bulls again, mega thread. Where is it at? Yeah, you bulls mega thread clearly were supporting them. It literally says bar for bar about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Okay, so if you're not supporting H3 watching the content nuke, where are you doing that at? Oh, through these creators? Very interesting. I consider 3 of them got sued for malicious copyright infringement. Okay, so if you did that, that's where we get the contributory, saying malicious copyright infringement. None of this other John, again, like this personal info on that factor, like that. I see the interpretation of this, but I don't know how to explain it where it would make sense. It's like it doesn't matter on a factor like this is what Ethan is trying to go after you bulls for on the grand scheme. Okay, yeah, basically, yeah. In my interpretation, this is not what Ethan is going after you fools for in the grand scheme. Like, he wants their like names and all that so he can actually legal process, legal counsel, sue them. But what he actually wants to do is prove that these bulls, like Les said, did contributory copyright infringement, because then, bam. Through that, we prove that. Now we need restitutions and junk like that. They pay the attorney fees. Domain expansion. Infinite litigation. That's one. And then we hit him with a... Motherfuckers got to come back, hit him with a goddamn infinite tech... It's not even infinite technique. It's hollow technique. Hit that nigga with another purple, bruh. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Hollow technique. Generational debt. Like, bro, stupid ass. I ain't gonna lie. But real talk, yeah, he would want to cook them for contributory malicious copyright infringement, and it's not like through like I said, like defamation, where yeah, he wants their names because yeah, fuck these niggas, bro. We trying to get them on defamation, or like yeah, we're trying to expose them on that factor. Like, nah, we just need your name so we could really go through this shit with you niggas.
Copyright infringement, contributory copyright infringement, and it's really important to understand this because I feel like they misunderstood the assignment. The assignment was to protect yourself against contributory copyright infringement.
They understand the assignment.
Not against defamation, not against online harassment. These are other lawsuits that Ethan Klein could have filed in very much a similar way to get the information given by Reddit. And even you look at the cases, the ones about jurors, they're not jurors, right, in families. Like, what's the relevance to see there? I get it. Hey, yeah, you do want to protect the jury members, and you do want to protect their families, of course, right? When they make a decision, like
well, yeah, I'm like, well, of course, yeah, because you know what I'm saying, based off of like the jury's decision, you know what I'm saying, that's how the court proceedings will go, or like how the trial will conclude. But like, yeah, the jury here is completely fine in this. Like, the jury is fine, because like I said, these motherfuckers are not the juries. These motherfuckers are the defendants who are getting their asses fucking boxed and handed to them. Why? Because stupid actions have stupid consequences. I didn't even say it right, or I said it right, but I said it mad low. Stupid consequences. Very.
OJ case, OJ Simpson, like, people wanted to know who are these jurors and who are their family members. People were very upset. I get that. How is that relevant here when you have H3 Snark, right? The jury is chosen from the public, and they don't, again, they can excuse them though, but for the most part, they don't really have a choice. And if they're doing what they should be doing for the courts, they should be trying their best to be selected if there's no bias, right? So here, again, you have the personal health and mental health. You might be like, why would this copyright case have anything to do with personal, mental, or health, right? Or medical or health? And and then you get to the end, and you're just like,
yeah, I could understand personal, because if we're talking personal in the guise of like a name to be able to identify the person, then yeah, I totally get that. But health, literally zero. Like, I do not give a fuck. Again, with these niggas' blood types, how tall they are, all that shit. Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. Just who are you? So your ass can get served up this lawsuit heftily. Because you're already getting served up. This is the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Motion to quash, the subpoena, motion to quash, yada yada.
wow, like supposedly this is really stressing him out. And then you got Roman P out there, right? 2 E's, 3 E's, 4 E's.
Bomboclad, ya wagwan clad things. Yeah, even some of those motherfuckers on Reddit, they're out here pretending to be a snarker, an H3 snark mod. Cause yeah, if you ain't see that John going on with legal mindset, and yo, by the way, on the legal mindset, John, I'm gonna just keep it a buck here. Yeah, I was gonna watch that video he dropped, cause holy fuck, like, yo, seeing that shit, fucking insane. I'm gonna be for real with you, I don't know what the fuck happened to legal mindset. I have no fucking idea what happened to legal mindset. But I was gonna watch that video today, and magically when I go to my playlist, it's fucking gone. And I had a feeling it was going to be gone because the video was fucking terrible. Like, just give it a whole stack. But yeah, I'm gonna see if somebody, like, I know Heads reacted to it, but we probably gotta find somebody who did that, John. I'm pretty sure Pope Dior posted like a VOD to it, but Pope Dior VOD, you know, that John be like 2 hours. Bro, we gonna be there for a whole day or some shit. But yeah, I'll probably find like a shortened down version of that jump. But yeah, I do not know what the fuck is going on with legal mindset, man. He could literally, I'm not gonna lie, like the way I was gonna start off the video, or when we do start off the jump, is just tell him on pre, bro. The EHDIA plus cinematic universe absolutely destroyed and corrupted legal mindset. I have no idea what the fuck happened. I'm like, tough. He went from the Johnny Somali, like, I'm getting into a super sidebar, but like, I'll make it to the main point. But like, yo, he went from the Johnny Somali coverage, and then obviously going through, he got to the, you know what I'm saying, the lawsuit coverage with this, you know what I'm saying, EHDI plus, started getting to that pretty good, and then it just started veering off. Like, I heard about the Pokemon shit, we was talking about that, John, in one of the other vids, and now we see in that last video just dropped with Hassan on Collargate shit. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on, dude. Fuck, bro. We lost one of our lawyers, man. Fucking sucks, I guess. I don't know, but anyway. What was the reason I was bringing up legal mindset? Because wasn't it during the I don't even remember which part are we on. I got into that whole rant on legal mindset because I'm telling you, that video was fucking insane, bro. I'm like, fuck.
It's one of them. He's like, wow, I'm 9 of the mod. He's still posting today.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Roman P. Yo, Les calls him 9 mods. That shit is so funny. But yeah, legal mindset was saying that, like, yeah, the fake person pretending to be Roman P, which is what I was saying earlier. Like, well, who the fuck wants to pretend to be an H3 Snark mod? You are truly a pathetic subhuman fucking wretch. Like, what the fuck? You're actually a loser. You wanna fucking skinwalk avocado. You wanna skinwalk an H3 Snark mod? Oh yeah, there are true fucking losers out there. It's insane. But anyway, like, yeah, legal mindset was going over how this one fake Roman P bull was saying, like, yeah, how they work for Reddit and all that, bro. We immediately was like, no, because again, if you're watching Lust, you already know Lust was on top of this shit. Maxi. I'm like, yeah, nah, because the real Roman P only has like 2 E's, or like the supposed real Roman P, but like, we know that one was definitely fake because it had like 3 E's. So yeah.
So I do not think his mental health or his medical health or his health in general has been too adversely affected, because he's still continuing to post things that, in my opinion, are could be online harassment. Again, there could be an argument for that. Are defamatory. There are definitely things that are not.
Yeah, it's just like, basically, what I'm assuming is that Roman P, like, yeah, is just still doing the snarker shit, posting stuff that if the judge saw, especially with how they're getting sued now, it probably wouldn't be too much in their favor if the judge got a poopsie at that. Like, if the judge got a poopsie at y'all Reddit timelines and y'all fucking Twitter timelines, ooh, it would not be fun.
Oh, Ethan Klein. And he's still posting them today. So if he really was so super concerned with that, so again, maybe these are different moderators, we don't know. But that specific moderator was super concerned about his mental health, his health, and his medical issues, then why would he continue to keep posting? It's a little bizarre here, right?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because 5 stats, snarkers are absolutely fucking pathetic. But or better yet, hold on, better yet, to describe what a snarker is for those that don't understand, but I'm sure everyone does. A snarker or snarkers, a member of a snark subreddit on Reddit, a community dedicated to gossiping about and criticizing public figures, are perfect examples that we use all the time and actually are the stars of the show, our protagonists. Leftovers H3, the H3 Snark, and the H3 Snark mods. Ah, lovely. But anyway, you see, these people, G-boys. And if you're a G-boy, the 5 stats absolutely apply to you. And if they apply to you, well, then you're probably... It's either multiple of them, all of them, or at least one of them. And for snarkers, you better be for sure. Pathological liar, absolutely. Victim complex, clearly. Cry bullies, clearly. Always play plausible deniability, the motion to gouache. Never take accountability. Snarkers. Like Weasley little liars, dude. Weasley little liars. Yeah, it's like no one's surprised. No one. So anyway.
So again, maybe there are different moderators. We don't really know. We don't know how many moderators are in this particular movement. We don't know how many Jane Does there are. There seems to, quote, be more than one, because they're saying could identify multiple of them. And we don't know.
Supposedly there were 16 because Roman P was 9 out of 16 of them. That's why Roman, dumbass. That's why Lus calls Roman P 9 mods.
No, Roman P is one of these. Roman P, or we call him 9 mods. Literally 9 of the moderators.
That ego shit, that narcissism shit is dead. It's dead. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Trilly really not shit. We all knew this. Shout out to Boss. We're riding in the boss's basement. We already know this, y'all. But once more, I'll say, when those motherfuckers try to lie to you about this bullshittery, nah, tell them niggas to go watch TTE. Or better yet, fuck watching TTE. That sloppy motherfucker, bro. He needs to make better content. Tell them niggas to go watch Lus. Because they'll really tell you about these motherfuckers, these fucking liars. They're all liars. Facts. But yeah, Slippy! Ain't nobody gonna tell Trilly he don't know his slops, bro. On the fucking money. It sucks. Life consumed by these damn losers. The EHDIA Plus cinematic universe has taken over Trilly's life.
He's one human being with 9 moderator accounts to a subreddit snark account. I mean, it's
embarrassing.
This stuff is like, I really do believe there is a confusion on their side that the more information they send, the more USB drives, the 740 pages filed twice, by the way, that this somehow means like they're winning. It's the same with Roman P. The more moderators he creates, user accounts creates, and the more they interact with each other, in his mind, he's thinking, wow, you know, what a great subreddit. Look at all these people interacting with each other. Look at all these amazing moderators we have. When, like, in truth, you only really need one moderator.
I'm like, what is the regard of amazing? Okay, it's amazing because you are mods. Because if we look at what you're saying as mods, then you are posting as mods, the actions you are doing as mods, it's fucking dog shit, horrendous, abhorrent, terrible, fucking pathetic. So I'm like, yeah, there's nothing amazing about this bullshittery.
You only need like 1 or 2 moderators. Like having 18, 20, whatever number of moderators there are, but having half of them be one person it's nonsense. And having written 740 pages about your, including medical health, it's just like,
again, it's like, yo, I'm not your doc. This ain't the fucking eval. This ain't your checkup. Like, yo, why the fuck did you niggas not commit contributory malicious copyright infringement? We'll just keep going back to that. Do you see the blatant obfuscation? Like, that's like, bro, obfuscating is exactly what this whole entire fucking document is. It's so funny because Les literally said that, John, too. And 95% filler, we know that. But, like, the main portion of this that actually substantiates, you know, their defense of not doing this is at the end of this shit. So, literally, again, the whole of this, the 95% of this is just obfuscating and straight filler, bro. They're just trying to, again, deny, deflect, counterattack. This shit is actually so embarrassing, bro. Holy fuck. Like, do they not realize how pathetic Of course they don't. Again, what? Snarkers, bro. These morons, it will keep blowing in from fucking Stupid Town.
What are we were talking about whether Ethan Klein has a legitimate shot at suing you for contributory negligence, and therefore,
As far as I'm concerned, he does. The mega threat is like legitimately the only thing you need. These niggas blatantly said, yeah, Dura, we're not showing support for H3, but if you do want to watch that shit, go watch it through these niggas. So what the fuck would you be doing? Like, if you're not supporting Ethan, then you're supporting them. If you're supporting them, doing what? If they go watch the video, obviously not trying to give support to Ethan, on that basis, especially going into this boy, knowing that they're not trying to do that, intentionally not trying to do that, bruh. Okay. And this is again, like, let's just say earlier, this is on the basis, like, Dennis Case are trying to Frogan, they themselves, like, it's stamped in that they did malicious copyright infringement, then these motherfuckers are cooked. Done. Finito. Dunzo. It's like, yo, what are they doing, bro? Like, they're focusing on other bullshit. Like, you need to prove why you're not fucked.
what
Like,
he needs are contributory copyright infringement, and therefore he would need to know who you are and where you live. That's it, right? That's it. It's not complicated. That's your defense.
Not at all.
That's what you have to defend against. Why would your medical records be relevant at all for this?
Yo, let's be frying the shit out these niggas, bro. He's so funny.
Failing to understand. Anyway, guys.
You already know, baby. Of course. Shout out to love with one of the lawyers on the case and not the direct lawyer, because we know, again, he's not there. A U.S. loss. Already know, baby. That was Ethan Klein versus H3 Snark mod, personal, medical, and health info at risk. And boy, howdy, is it actually. And it's because of, again, their own merits. They shouldn't have wrote a long as fuck. I mean, goddamn unillegible. I mean, literally not wasting our fucking time with that bullshittery as motion to quash. And then maybe the judge probably wouldn't be a bitsy angry and a bitsy like, yo, I ain't reading or watching this filler arc and, wouldn't have called your lawyer in for the in-camera review, even though they basically wanted this, but they didn't understand that it could easily backfire on their dumbasses. Of course they wouldn't. Morons. It's like, yo, bro, how many times are we gonna be dealing with idiots? I guess forever. I'm not gonna lie. You go, truly, bro. Fuck, are you not an idiot? The dumbest of dumbasses. But boy, I'll be damned if I'm dumber than these idiots. Facts are facts. Facts? Facts. Nah, but seriously though, you already know it once more, because that was a Final Fantasy conjecture whole rant. Crashing out Trilly. Ethereal crash Trilly. Ethereal crash. Like, bro. But anyway, shout out to love with Lust. You already know Lust keeping us up to date on this H3 Snark mod subpoena / motion to quad case. And I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.